That was on for a while. I feel like.
Yeah.
That was another show that had a movie, and I watched it, and the movie just it was okay, but it was more okay because I wanted to like it because I like the show so much, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Kind of like the Trailer Park Boys movies, where eventually you just have to admit to yourself, this is awful.
These movies turning into movies.
I disagree with that completely.
I think feel like
the Christmas special of Trailer Park Boys was awful.
They're just slightly longer episodes. That's what they always are. TV shows that turn into movies.
They're big episodes, like lots of stuff. Like there'll be like an end goal, and they don't really fit into the canon of the continuity. Usually, they're just kind of this one-off thing where there's got to be a bank robbery or a big heist or something. And I love the Trailer Park Boys movies, most of them. Like there might have maybe the Christmas special wasn't good. I don't even remember it, but I think almost everything Trailer Park Boys was gold.
Maybe how many movies did they make? Maybe they had a good one. The first one.
At least 4.
There were, except I've watched the entire catalog, obviously. And
yeah, me too.
Maybe it's those other 3 that weighed me down on them, but I don't think they were that great.
So there's Trailer Park Boys, Christmas special. Oh, they just keep naming them like the movie over and over. It looks like
really.
Countdown to Liquor Day. Say Goodnight to the Bad Guys. Don't Legalize It. Yeah, I don't know. There were several. But in any case, I love that shit. Some of the Netflix stuff is garbage. There's one season with like a big lesbian who kind of takes over, and I hated that season because it was like they just beat the shit out of that woman. That's what the Trailer Park Boys would do. They would have no qualms about beating a woman.
No, of course not.
Especially not a big butch one who's like bullying everybody literally with a baseball bat.
Regis, Ricky, I don't think you should fucking kill her.
Fuck it, Bob. She was a cunt.
Yeah. She was coming at me with all these fucking words, you know, and I just fucking hated it.
You beat her like she was a Sam Squanch.
She was a Sam Squanch. Ricky, you used my favorite cat.
That's one of my favorite episodes when Julian's hurt his back, so he's like limping around, wrapped up in like a duvet, like outside, and they've been and Ricky and Bubbles have been watching like a Sasquatch documentary, and but in separate locations, and they're talking over like a radio, I think, like walkie talkies. He's like, "Oh, the Sam Squanch is outside my shed," and Ricky comes over with a bat and beats the shit out of Julian because and then Bubbles comes out and they just beat the shit out of him because they think he's a Sam Squanch.
Yeah, there's a fucking Sam Squanch outside my shed, Ricky.
Yeah, exactly. I almost got to meet him one time. It was so lame that I didn't.
Bubbles, the actor who plays him?
Yeah.
I thought he was retarded at first.
I bet it got exhausting wearing those glasses.
Yeah, those are real. Those hurt his eyes. Yeah, I know that for sure. He's Mo knows him. Mo from New York. They were gonna they had like box tickets for, I don't know, the Giants or something like that, and I was supposed to go up there and get to meet Bubbles, and something came up. I had to do a thing. That was lame. I really wanted to meet Bubbles. I want to say that the deal was like Bubbles was going to be there, and so was like Steven Tyler from Aerosmith. But the first thing he said was like, he's like, Steven Tyler's going to be in our box, and I was like, okay. Oh, and the guy who plays Bubbles, you know him? He's a good friend of mine. I was like, Bubbles is going to be there. Fuck Aerosmith.
I watched a YouTube video.
If Liv Tyler's not there, I don't give a shit.
There's a guy who
Can I
takes
ask you about playing our one?
And he bites the pizza and he reviews the pizza right there on the street. So he goes out there and he's with, like, I don't know, Robert Downey Jr. and the guy that plays Hawkeye and him. And a random person from New York is like, oh my God, you're the pizza reviewer? You know, like these A-list Hollywood stars were just like, oh yeah, Thor, right.
Who's the tiny black comedian? Kevin Hart. You see the one he did with Kevin Hart?
No.
So he's doing a one bite pizza review with Kevin Hart, and this crazy Chinese man comes up and starts like jibber jabbering and like literally like crazed gibberish and like coming at Kevin Hart like oh, no, and like not really threatening but way too close to Kevin Hart, like all up in his face. And two of the biggest fucking security guards I've ever seen in my life came out of the restaurant. They were behind them, like looking through the glass, trying to stay out of the camera, but vigilant. Mm-hmm. And they ushered that motherfucker off. And Kevin Hart went like, yeah, that's my security right there. They on top of shit. We never saw that Chinese guy again. He's dead. He's gone.
Thank God. I mean, well, he probably wouldn't have hurt him or anything, but
yeah, probably not.
That's a
situation. I don't know. It could have been another Cat Williams scenario. You ever see Cat Williams get his ass kicked by that 13-year-old?
Yes, we watched that on the show. It was hilarious.
That's why you got to have security. You get your ass embarrassed on TMZ.
Like 4'10".
Yeah,
Cat Williams. You can't be getting your ass whipped by a child on TMZ.
He's not a fighter.
He's a tiny little fella. Yeah. He's a black leprechaun.
Mm-hmm.